She's really trying to save the world.
China was ready for a message like this.
And where do I get my energy? Traveling 300 days a year? I'm 76 for heaven's sake. And I get the energy from the young people and their shining eyes wanting to tell Dr. J what they've done to make this a better world. And it is inspirational, and it does give one hope.
She is traveling to all of the countries in the world that have Jane Goodall Institute offices and promoting the work they've done for the past 50 years and the work they're going to do for the next 50.
And this little girl, 9 or 10, she stood up, I went and saw all that they were doing. And her speech I will always remember, because she said, until I became part of Roots and Shoots, I always felt that we migrants were so inferior to all the students in Beijing. They knew everything and we had no education. And now through Roots and Shoots, we've discovered that we know an awful lot that they don't know about farming and animals and the land and the importance of the land. And now she said, and she was standing so straight with shining eyes, and she said, now I feel equal, and now I feel I have a future, and now I know that my life is important, like Dr. Jane says. That was wonderful. What was amazing to me is that the number of people who seemed to know of me and know me, and had read the book. Shadow of Man was translated from the Russian, kind of illicitly, and checked with the British original. So that's how the first book came, and it was a pirated book. Terrible quality, the pictures you could hardly make out, but that's what the Chinese had been reading.
I remember I went and I came back to Dar es Salaam and I said to Jane, Jane, I have good news and I have bad news for you. I said, the good news is that all the schools in Africa want to do Roots and Shoots group. They want to start Roots and Shoots. I said, the bad news is I told them that you would go visit them all.
I finally got an opportunity to come to China because they had one of these big international school gatherings for Asia, and it was in Shanghai. And that's when I met Tori, and she got kind of inspired by Roots and Shoots as well.
When I met her, she changed my life. I was asked to come to the teachers' convention. Jane was the keynote speaker. So I sat in the front row, listened to her, cried my eyes out. Later that evening, she went to dinner. We went to get dinner together, and she asked me if I would start Roots and Shoots in Shanghai. And I said, yes. I changed the direction of my life when I met her. And I don't regret a minute of it.
It's an incredible decade, I think, of awareness in China by the Chinese people of environmental issues and social issues. For us, it just seems natural, but for the Chinese people, that isn't something natural. It seems because it was never before allowed to operate any kind of NGO or go against whatever the government had not said yet. As Jane made her visit every year, you could see more and more, and also these other NGOs starting, little ones and bigger ones, and they're very interesting because a lot of the younger people, whenever they start to investigate an issue and see if there's a problem there, the older ones are coming on board and saying, yes, we thought that all along. But they never did anything about it because they never felt that they had any power to. The younger people are being empowered.
The Roots and Shoots program here in Shanghai, thanks to Tori and Zizi, is very, very strong. It's reaching out, as all Roots and Shoots groups do, choosing projects to help not just the environment, not just animals, but also the human community.
I go to these festivals all over the world. You know, the same girls all loving dogs and pandas and bears, and the same boys loving technology and engineering, and the same teachers so proud. It's everywhere, all over the world, and I think that's perhaps the most encouraging of all. We really are a family of man.
We really believe that we are changing these kids from the inside out.
It's not just, when I was 15 years old, I did an organic garden program. It goes beyond that.
China's faced with lots of very, very big problems, environmentally, socially, government-wise, commercially, and when the hard decisions are put to them as they become the leaders of China, they'll make the right decision, not the beneficial decisions.
We're obviously not going to totally change our way of life now, but there are so many things that we can do so that our environmental footstep is less heavy and damaging. And that's what Roots and Shoots really is all about. It's about helping young people understand that they as individuals have a role to play and make a difference, and that we have to find ways of moving ahead without continuing to destroy the natural world, because in the end that will destroy us. If you really want something and you work hard and you take advantage of opportunity and you never give up, you will find a way.